What is quality representation if your constituents can't vouch for you as a lawmaker that is performing his or her duties exceptionally well in your constituency, when we have an understanding that the legislators have the responsibilities of representation, lawmaking, and oversight? My guest today is an honorable member of the House of Representatives who has been proven, tested, and trusted. He is representing Ekiti, Irekpodu, Isin, Okero Federal Constituency of Kwara State. I am Maria Olashende. Welcome to Know Your Representative, the program that bridges the gap between lawmakers and their constituents. But first, let's know a little more about my guest, Honorable Abdurrahim Tunji Olawuyi Ajulo. From humble beginnings proceed great things. Those words best describe the formative experiences of Honorable Tunji Olawuyi Ajulo, who defied the odds of his childhood to make something noteworthy of himself. Olawuyi studied international relations at the Tokyo International University, Japan, between 1995 to 1999. Honorable Tunji Ajulo started his political career in Lagos as a member of the Alliance for Democracy in 1998. In 2018, when there was a by-election in his constituency, fate brought him reward for hard work when he was presented by his political party APC to be the candidate for the National Assembly polls, which eventually won on November the 17th, 2018. In the 2019 general election, he was re-elected as the honorable member of the House of Representatives for Ekiti, Isin, Irekpodu, Okero Federal Constituency of Kwara State. Honorable Tunji Ajulo's outlook to life is driven by these thoughts. Every human's success is conditioned by the amount of risk he or she is ready to take. Rep. Olawuyi is also the House Committee Chairman on Emergency and Disaster Preparedness. He represents Ekiti, Irekpodu, Isin, Okero Federal Constituency of Kwara State under the All Progressives Congress, APC. Welcome back, and you're still watching Know Your Representative, the program that bridges the visible gap between the lawmakers and their constituents. This week, let's bring you up to speed with what Honorable Abdurrahim Tunji Olawuyi Ajulo has done for his constituency in the last 365 days and still counting. The reports. Honorable Abdurrahim Tunji Olawuyi Ajulo has honored the social contract in many different ways after receiving his certificate of return following his victory at the last election. I have received my certificate of return and I dedicate it to everyone who contributed to it. I'll work very hard not to disappoint you. Let the real work begin now.
Inú mi dùn pé mo ní ààyè, mo sì ní àǹfààní láti sọ̀rọ̀ lórí Honorable Ajulo. Mo ti wà lórí oyè nísìn ó ti tó 26 years and ó yẹ kẹ́ni àmọ̀ pé láàrin 26 years àwọn ẹlẹgbẹ́ tó ti kọjá lára mi tàbí tí mo ti kọjá lára ẹ̀ ó yẹ ká mọ̀ pọ́n pọ̀ kẹ́rẹ́ tó wọlé tán nǹkan lá méjì ló ṣe fún ìlú yìí. Èkíní náà ni solar power èyí tó sọ ààfin mi lóru tó sọ lóru dọ̀sán. Èkejì òun náà ni eye glasses tó jẹ́ pé fún kì í ṣe àwọn ọmọ ọlọ́fà nìkan, gbogbo àwọn tí ó ní wàhálà ojú. Ọlọ́run Olódùmarè kò ní jẹ́ kó dààmú, kò ní rí wàhálà. ibi tó sì wà yìí bó lọ lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́wàá Ìlọ́fà máa dìbò fún ni Òkè Ẹ̀rọ yóò máa dìbò fún ni nítorí pé ọmọlúàbí ni.
Ajulo Opin, who is also the chairman, Emergency and Disaster Preparedness in the House of Representatives, is credited with the completion of Imoji Erimokpe Road and the major bridge in Urago. The visionary lawmakers also built 2 modern blocks of classrooms in Ishapa, Ekiti local government of Kwara State. In the area of agriculture, Honorable Ajulo Opin helped facilitate CBN loans for farmers, while also enhancing their trade through registration with the Corporate Affairs Commission. He has constructed 5 processing farmhouses for the ease of processing farm produce, eliminating the long and costly travel out of state to achieve that objective.
A ti ń ṣòṣèlú bọ̀ látọjọ́ pípẹ́, irú eléyìí ò wọ inú ìlú wa yìí rí. Eléyìí ni àkọ́kọ́ rú rẹ̀ tá a rí. Even ní agbègbè wa, kí ni feed me yìí, àwa náà mọ iyebíye tí ó cost. A rí pé ó ṣe nǹkan tó yẹ pé ó tó jọ àwọn èèyàn lójú nítorí pé a ò tiẹ̀ retí rẹ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n a dúpẹ́ pé Honorable Ajulo Opin kò gbàgbé wa, ó ṣèlérí, ó sì mú lérí ṣẹ.
A dúpẹ́ àwa opó torí ó fún wa ní owó, gbà tó wá fún wa ní owó òun fúnra ẹ̀ ló fi owó yẹn lé wa lọ́wọ́, kò fi rán èèyàn sí wa, ó ṣe wá dáadáa, ó sì ṣe wá iná wa dùn, torí náà a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀.
His passion and commitment to infrastructure development is yet unmatched in Omaro, as he has ensured construction and provision of installation and maintenance of solar power street lights across the whole constituency. Provision of over 8 functional modern motorized boreholes for the rural and strategic area of the constituency. we hold our leaders accountable in the business of lawmaking and representation?
It's commitment to service.
How do the people ensure that constituency projects are executed?
Go and ask them. Go and ask them. Anywhere you are, feel free. Anywhere in my constituency, anywhere, what is the impact of Senator Na'Allah as it relates to palliative or anything? And then when you get the answers, come and tell the public.
So let's talk about the palliatives you've given to those people.
I have visited Lafia every weekend to ensure the delivery of one relief material or palliatives or another.
But just like Oliver Twist, we always want more. What more can you do for your people?
Like I told you, I'm more than happy to do more, and I will continue to do more for my people.
Welcome to Know Your Representative. I am Maria Olashende. Welcome back, and you're still watching Know Your Representative. My guest today is a member of the House of Representatives. He is Honorable Tunji Abdurrahim Olawuyi. Ajulo Opin is representing Ekiti, Irekbodun, Isin, Okero Federal Constituency of Kwara State. He is also the House Committee Chairman on Emergency and Disaster Preparedness. Honorable Ajulo Opin, you're welcome to Know Your Representative.
Thank you, Maria.
So let's begin with your name, Ajulo Opin. What does it mean?
It's an inherited name from my father. Most of these business tycoon those days, after their names, they have popular names of their business and what the community knows them to be. So Ajulo Opin, to me, to the best of my understanding, it's like you're telling people around you that superiority has no limit. You understand what I'm saying? If you're a medical doctor, I have my own profession. I might be a lawyer or an engineer. So it's endless. Superiority, seniority. It's not limited. Yeah, it's not limited to any individual. So if you senior me here, I have some level of seniority over you in another field.
What is the relationship between you and your constituents?
My people, I feel flattered, the kind of support they gave me. As a God-fearing elected officer, their welfare is always on my mind. Unfortunately, I don't have an executive pen to issue, executive order, go and fix this today, go and fix this tomorrow. Legislative job is quite different from executive. You lobby for projects. Everything is about lobby here. But so far so good, my relationship with my constituents are so cordial. They so much believe in me. The response out there is overwhelming. I'm telling you, they are very good to me and I'm very good to them.
You have seen the mini reports on some of the things you have done in your constituency. Can you run us through your empowerment programs?
I might not be able to mention everything, but the one I remember vividly and that I so much appreciate is the empowerment of the widow in my constituency. There was a particular period I went to Kwara and I just take a stroll into the market just to have on-the-spot assessment of what is obtainable in my constituency. I saw a lot of traders, mostly widows, trading with as little as 1,000 naira, 2,000 naira. That's the whole capital they run their businesses with. So it now dawned on me that, okay, this kind of people, and they still feed their families, they send their children to school. How did they do it? Okay, how can we assist them? So I firstly projected like 20,000 per widow. It's a limited fund. There's limited fund for this project, That's okay. Instead of us capturing just about 500 of them, I can say let us stretch it to like 1,050. So we picked 25 widows per ward. I've got 42 wards on my constituency, 42 wards.
That's
So if you multiply 42 by 25 widows, we have 1,050 of them. So we give them, this money is just little money, but it goes a long way. You know what? After some few months, some of these widows came to my house. They brought gifts for me.
Really?
Their businesses are improving, you know. Some of them must have used it to settle debt or pay school fees, but you know, most of them use it, you know, judiciously, and they were returning back to the society.
What are you doing for the youth in your constituency to make them self-employed?
Yeah, ADEP is the latest empowerment program we're doing now. Our projection is 200 candidates. We are going to train them. You know, the world is going to a new normal where businesses have to be online. We have to limit our physical interactions. So how many of our people, are prepared for this kind of new innovations? How many of them? You know, so we're going to train them, provide them the necessary tools like laptop, iPad. For those who want to be a graphic designer or website designers, people want to start importation, logistic business that has to do with online marketing or, you know, and all sorts. Yeah. So it's a pilot program. Let us see how it's going to affect the lives of our people positively. Yeah. After that, then we can now improve on the numbers. Mind you, when we advertise this empowerment program on, I think, towards the end of, like 20th or 24th of June, and we're supposed to close that platform on 30th of June. Within 3 days, we've got over 1,024 applicants. So what we're going to do now is that out of the 1,024, even though myself, when I check all the applicants, there are some of them that are registered twice. So those are the criteria we're going to use. If you have registered twice, that knocks you off. Because we are looking for 200, there must be a way to streamline all these applicants. Some of them wrote just their first name, no surname. Okay, one of the questions on the registration form is, who is your House of Rep member? And where is he from?
Honorable Ajulo Opin, so what efforts did you put in place in ensuring that your constituency is safe during this COVID-19 pandemic? Was there any form of sensitization from your end? Yeah,
immediately the federal government announced that there's going to be lockdown in the country. I know there's going to be a lot of problems in my constituency because most of my people, they earn their living on a daily basis, yes. So if there's lockdown, that means they'll be handicapped to fend for their families. You know. So number one thing I did is, okay, let us do awareness. Because a lot of people don't even believe there is COVID-19. They don't believe it exists at all. And some have this notion that it's a disease for the rich. You know, so I sent my team out to sensitize them and give them sanitizers, face masks, you know, gloves, you know. After a week, and I send in food items, and it goes a long way. You know, till today, I still receive a call from one of our traditional rulers that he has been trying to get in touch with me, just to greet me, just to appreciate what I did during that period. It really matters, you know. So after then, number one, you can't shy away with distribution through your wards and zones, you know, local governments. So the belief is that if you give it to politicians, they're going to, you know, sit on it by themselves. No, of course, politicians are my constituent too. We can't, you know, take that office. So we give politicians and we still give to other members of the community, like Christian Association, the Muslim communities.
Irrespective of the party.
No. If I give out to PDP, I'm an APC member. My palliative went to PDP in my constituency. You can find out from an PDP member in my constituency. So that's the way I run my own office. So I don't limit myself to some numbers of people. If you're from my constituency, you are entitled to benefit from it. So we use artisans, some group of artisans to reach out to their people, And after that, we now do small packaging. So I gather my teams, they went around each towns and villages, taking house to house. The feedback tells me a lot, and I always monitor all this through social media. When I see complaint of an individual, I quickly call my head. So somebody is complaining. There's a particular guy that complained that he was waiting for my team at a junction in Oro, Repon local government, and they went through other routes. So I have to call my team, go back. There's a particular guy complaining that he has been waiting. We can't touch every life. That is not possible. But we'll try as much as possible, to cover, based on our capacity, and, we'll try as much as possible to reach everybody. So, and after then, people that come to our constituency office to complain that in our area, we didn't see anything. Or our area, they gave us only one bag of rice, one bag of gari, you can't reach us. Okay. Have to wait. So,
finally, this is the most interesting part for me, where you get to speak your dialect to your constituents. So briefly, in Omoaran, tell your constituents what you have for them in the next 365 days.
Yokun Alakinse ìyẹn fún àwọn èèyàn mi ní Èkìtì local government. Ẹ̀gún o, èèyàn ọmọ ìyá mi ní Ìrẹ́pọ̀dún àti Ìsìn. Ẹ ṣeun, ẹ kú àfaradà wa, ẹ kú àdúrótì wa. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún wa lásìkò election àti àwọn aráàlú tó ń dìbò fún wa nígbà election. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn aráàlú, gbogbo àwọn ọba wa pátápátá. Àǹfààní tẹ́ fún mi gẹ́gẹ́ bí àdéhùn tí mo ṣe fún mi pé èmi náà mi ò ní ṣìlò, pé ní àsìkò lásìkò lèmi àti ìyájọ́ máa ní àjọṣe papọ̀. Mo dẹ̀ rò pé láti bí ọdún kan tá ti wà nínú ọ́fíìsì yìí, mi ò rò pé oṣù kan dídí pé tí mi ò ní wá sí ilé láti wá yọjú sí yín. Mo fàsìkò yìí rọ̀ yín pé gbogbo intẹ́ ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ mi, mo fẹ́ kí n mọ̀ pé ọwọ́ ò lè ká gbogbo ẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan náà. Ṣùgbọ́n gbogbo àǹfààní tó wà nínú ọ́fíìsì aṣòfin tó tọ́ sí constituency mi, gẹ́gẹ́ bí àdéhùn tí mo ṣe fún yín pé màá jẹ́ kó máa tẹ̀yìn lọ ní àsìkò lásìkò. Mo tún fi lè ṣe àdéhùn fún yín pé mi ò ní yà kó lójú ọ̀nà àdéhùn tí mi àti yín jọ ṣe, pé mi ò ní fi yín sílẹ̀ nígbà kankan. Ìgbé ayé rọrùn tí gbogbo yín pátá ó jẹ mí lógún gan. Òun ló fà tí mi náà fi ń ṣe pàtàgbára ní gbogbo ìgbà láti rí pé gbogbo kan ń bọ̀ sípò. Lórí ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn tó ń wá iṣẹ́, Ọlọ́run kó bá yanjú ọ̀rọ̀ iṣẹ́ ní ìlú tàwa yìí. Ó dàbí nǹkan. Agbára ìjọba ò gbé gbogbo ẹ̀. Òun la ṣe ń ṣe gbogbo ètò pé káàkiri lè wà ní aládàáni. La ṣe ń ṣe empowerment fún gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa díẹ̀díẹ̀. Ẹni tí ò bá sì rí kó má fòyà. Àwọn Yorùbá sọ̀rọ̀ wọn ní mọ̀kànmọ̀kàn lóye nǹkan. Oyè tó kàn wọ́n ní Ọ̀yọ́, wọ́n bọ̀ wá kàn lẹ́dẹ̀. So lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí èmi ọmọ yín Abdulrahim Tunji Olawuyi Ajulo Opin. Mo ń kí yín pé ẹ kú palẹ̀mọ́ ọdún léyà. Ẹ̀mí aṣọ́pọ̀ ọdún láyé. Ọbẹ̀ òní sílẹ̀. Aṣọ́dún ayọ̀.
In the words of Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, No one can do it for you. You have to do it yourself. And that's our package for you today. Join me again next week as I bring you another exciting edition of Know Your Representative. Follow our social media handles showing on your screen. You can also watch the repeat broadcasts on our YouTube page, Mabase TV. For more details on how to feature on this program, please call the numbers showing on your screen. Always remember, no one is immune to coronavirus. Stay safe, and thanks for watching. I am Maria Olasheyinde.